And good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Maxey Hall for the unofficial start of the Potsdam hockey season. Hi, I'm John Horn. I'm here to call the game for you this afternoon. We're kind of going to be flying by the seat of our pants here, as this is an exhibition game here. Plus, the Maxey Hall facility is under construction, so we're having some difficulties with our regular camera operation, and I hope the audio is coming through just fine for you. Thanks for Dan Bronson picking things up here, but we're going to be seeing this afternoon the Castleton team from Vermont. The Mustangs will be coming in here, and they're going to be facing the Bears this year. Lots of changes to talk about. First of all, with Castleton, they're going to be featuring 11 new players in their lineup, and the Bears are going to be featuring only 3 new players in their lineup. This is a veteran squad here. Both teams played, Potsdam played last night against Canton in that an unofficial exhibition game, and it would be that the Bears would come out on top. All players are dressed here tonight, so both teams are dressing more than the normal allotted players. So it's going to be an interesting contest, but perhaps the newest addition to everything is going to be behind the Bears bench. Mike Grace will be coming in for his first game here in Maxey Hall. He is replacing Chris Bernard, who resigned earlier in this late summer. But Mike Grace coming in, a tremendous hockey player at Plattsburgh, an All-American up there. Recently, he had been the assistant coach for Aaron Saul down in Elmira, and so he is coming in here to lead this current edition of the Bears. He and Mike LaSala have been preparing for this season, so we're going to pause here for the national anthems. And so just a couple of weeks into this season, even though the rules allow for partial skates throughout the course of September and whatnot, but they they have just been going on for a couple of weeks in official practices, so it'll be interesting to see how things go. But this is also a celebratory night here, as we're going to welcome back the 1995 Sunyak champions that are here for a little bit of a reunion. So Coach Ed Cini will be here, and he's being introduced right now. They're going to kind of bring everybody out. I'm trying to recognize some of these faces. What a tremendous team that was, led by Steve Knott and Tony Machinsky, Mike Chase, Darren McLean, Sean Putnam, just a bunch of the guys. It's so good to see them back here. Look, they made it out to center ice for the official puck drop. Neither one of them fell, but so that's good. Looks like Steve Naughton is going to be dropping the puck. In here, you can see everybody kind of scooting around. Coach Cini finding his way, looking over towards the camera. Just great to see these guys. What a team that was! I'm telling you, they fought through the adversity. Had a great run. Ended up beating Plattsburgh in Plattsburgh for that Sunyak crown. Had to beat Oswego here, I believe that was. And so they ended up winning that title. They're going down into the NCAA tournament before losing to what would be eventual Division I RIT. But these guys gather every so often. This is the 30th anniversary of that spectacular season. So just it's great to see these guys. They stay connected as all the teammates do over the years. But this has been kind of a special group. They were led by Steve Naughton, who is an All-American, just one of the best players to ever play here. He just was I'm just recalling one night he played against Plattsburgh here earlier in that season and scored 5 goals. I swear he could have had 8 or 10. He was just at another level that night. So we're here. We're going to try to get these lines for you here. We don't have lineup sheets, so we're going to be calling these things as we go. Luciani Chiappi is going to be in the goal to start this. Both goaltenders will get playing time here tonight. So it looks like we're going to have. Let's look down here. That's going to be the freshman Krasna Yav on the wing here, skating on the forward unit. It's going to take me a little while to get used to that name. Well thought of freshman. Mason Hohen is going to be centering that. And that's going to be a face-off win for Castleton. Going back for Castleton there is Holden Getzlaff. Gets the puck around the corner. That's in the corner was... Puck comes back. That's going to go the full way. The icing is going to be waved off. Rocco Siri back there now for it. Mike Campbell is his partner. Puck comes out of the zone. Breakout pass was missed on the right wing. Malmeister comes down. It's going to be... the goaltender, that's going to be, looks like Watson is in the goal here tonight for Castleton. I should say this afternoon, 5 o'clock game start, as we know, in the neutral zone. Good solid play there as Hardy was able to do a reverse, lost control of the puck with Cam Reed getting it back. He's a returner. I believe he's a captain of this club. We're going to check my notes here. Yes, Captain Cam Reed, number 8 on the blue line. Puck comes back, heavy hit along the sidewall. Matthew Perron looking for a breakout pass, not able to get it. Coming in on that short side, check. Off to the side again, number 21 with it. Shuffles it off, and Chiappi would make that play. That was David Coyle who would make the get that shot on goal, forcing Chiappi to make the save. Face-off will remain inside the Bears zone here to the left of goaltender Chiappi. Matthew Perron will be in there for that defensive end face-off. Vivaro will be in for face-off for Castleton. Face-off win by the Bears. Out. Breakout comes through the zone. Clean on the left-hand side. Coming down that left-hand side for the Bears, number 9, Max Klanow. Again, talking about the Bears, only 3 first-year players in the lineup here tonight. Good solid play. Puck possession out in front, almost tipped in there by number 12. That would have been Cannell, Jeremy Cannell. Good player from Alexandria, Ontario. Puck is in the corner. A breakout there by Dobis. Soft touch pass through the neutral zone. Watson comes down. Love the way Watson plays the game. Solid player, London, Ontario, I believe. We'll take a quick look at that when we can get our stat sheet out. Behind the net. Puck stays in the corner. Bears have possession of it. Looking for a pass out in front. Good defensive end coverage by Castleton here as it's number 27 coming up the line. That's Edwards. Potsdam will break out. Castleton in the change, looking for a dump. Icing is waved off. Pass, soft pass inside the zone. Robbed there by the Bears. Dangerous pass there by the Castleton defender. Pass out in front, good coverage in front of the net. Turnover there, heavy forecheck by the Bears right now, quick on their feet. Will O'Brien had that opportunity there. O'Brien peels back. Cross-ice pass handled by Castleton. D-to-D play. Puck is tipped up and out of play. Face-off will be in the neutral zone with 16:40 to go here in the first period. No score. Bears will stay with Felix Kilmurray and Will O'Brien, that unit out there. Walsh with the puck. Puck moves down into the offensive zone for the Bears. Heavy forecheck now. Peeling off over to that side with a good solid check. That was number 26 for the Bears. Finnegan Kilmurray, loved him. He's in his sophomore year. Got a lot of ice time for the Bears last year. Nice soft pass through the neutral zone. O'Brien, this has been a long shift for these guys, especially coming off the game last night in Canton. Walsh with a stick check. Good active stick there as the puck moves through into the neutral zone. Drop pass, quick shot away from Blanchard. That's covered up for that face-off. Again, that is the goaltender for the Castleton Spartans. It is. I believe I said the Mustangs, but it is the Spartans. The goaltender is from Yarmouth, Maine. Again, that's Watson. Face-off win by the Bears. Back to Rocco Siri. He dumps it in the corner. Pressured slightly out at the point here. Good solid play by Tanasienko. Both teams having a little bit of a international flair here. Offside call. Excuse me, that is, it is the offside call here. D-to-D coming across here. Heavy check right below us here. Number 7, Logan Dapprich, taking a little bit of an exception to that. Had a little bit of a commercial with Rocco Siri. Blanchard dumps the puck in right directly on goal. Watson made the save, turned it aside. Puck in the corner now. Castleton with possession, goes wide ice. Tipped in. That's Atkinson given pursuit. Good quick skater there, but Bears are able to get control. Wide ice pass, dangerous pass. Almost picked off by McCarty at the blue line, but it was able to get by. That's going to be in the goal, I believe. No goal is waved off. I would like to see that on video there, but I guess it does stay outside of the red line. Line out there now, Cole with Malmeister and Hohen on the back end. Salas with Dugart Wood, Eli Dugart Wood, fine hockey player from St. Louis. Probably one of the more skilled defensemen that we'll see on the Bears lineup here this year. Good solid play. We'll have a redone there on the on the face-off. 14:51 to go. Face-off win by the Bears again. However, it's going to be nice quick move there. Good play, solid play, good wheels there by number 21, David Coyle coming in, got by Dugart Wood, but Dugart Wood was able to get back into the play just enough to interrupt that goal-scoring opportunity. Chappie made the save, I believe, but a good solid play by Dugart Wood to get back into that play after good quick skates by David Coyle from Vancouver, BC. Face off right below me here is Matthew Perron with Cannell, and over on the far side, that's going to be number 9. That's Max Klanow. Puck is knocked in. Dugart Wood and Salas out there up around the half wall now. Klanow with the puck, forcing it up. Skating it up. Had a pass, didn't choose to make it, took it, got the line, got it in. Good breakout. Solid play there. Edwards tipped it in the corner. Bears get control. Solid play. Dumped in again. Getzlaff was the defender there. Choppy with a good save. Good positional save there. Heavy hit from behind. Number 23 had that good solid body check. That's Jack Linton. Good stand-up play by DeMauro, forcing the dump in. Good play in the neutral, inside the offensive zone. The slot area was open there for an offensive chance. Pass was missed. Breakout play. That's Mesterzi that came in on the lead play, pinching in number 9, looking for a pass. Not able to get that. Excuse me, that was 19. Alla with the puck back to the point. Through into the neutral zone. Good puck movement now here by Castleton. Good save, positional save. Chappie had to be there. Kicked it away. Nice play. Both teams will try to get a change. The Bears will not be allowed to change. However, Castleton will. Castleton will bring out a line. It looks like that's going to be Burke, Balamo, and number 5. That is Roebuck up on the forward line now. Face off to the left of Ciampi. 12:33 to go in this first period. Puck comes back to the point. Face off win by Castleton. Dumped in the corner, robbed in there by the Potsdam Bear defender. That was 15. DeMauro was able to get it. Good solid play here by Castleton in their own end. They are not allowing a lot of space. Good one-on-one coverage here. The Bears doing the same. Good wide wing pass coming down. That left-hand side there. Kilmurray with it briefly. Puck goes by into the far corner. Wide pass. Presley loses an edge. Felix has to get back into the play. Walsh knocks it to the side. Kilmurray has it briefly. Able to get out of the zone. Looking for a wide wing pass. Kilmurray has it. A little sloppy here in the early going. Early to be expected. Early in the season. Early in the game. Puck stays in. Kept in at the point. It's going to be Rocco Siri with it now on the regroup. Cole Matthews with it. Tries to find a play on the weak side. Not able to do it. Is kept in at the point by Siri. Campbell now. Michael Campbell, one of the captains on this year's club. Wide ice pass there. Good look. Not able to be handled. Look for just a quick tip. It'll be Siri now with it. As he moves it up to the sidewall, the left-hand side has gone in, handled by the Castleton goaltender. McCabe finds his way back into the zone. Back to the point now. D-to-D pass. Shot. Quick. Away. Redirect. Unintentional redirect in front. Chappie had to be on his guard there. He made that save. It actually went off the body of Rocco Siri and was going towards the net as it was eventually cleared. Good solid play here. Going for a loop around is number 16. That's Chakarabti. A stick goes flying there. I should say it's Chakrabarti. My fault, getting used to the names here in the early part of the game. This is my first game too here this season, so shot coming, save, rebound, good hard shot. That was from number 18, Emmett McHardy, and the shot when the save was made by Luciano. Chinappi, he is the 5'11", a sophomore from Hilton, New York. Good, solid goaltender. Limited playing experience last year, but he is in the he is one of the top two goaltenders here. We did have another goaltender in camp who is having some trying to be certified as eligible. He was from the Ukraine, but as of now is not able to play, so the Potsdam Bears club is only featuring two goaltenders. They'll both play here tonight. Puck behind the goaltender, good heavy work. Shot, goal. That's going to be a number 27 who's going to get that. That's going to be Jackson Edwards, the senior from Toronto, Ontario. He made no mistake. Puck came from low inside the zone, and I'm going to mark that down here as we're not going to have an official stats keeper. But that is the goal is coming from Edwards. I'm not going to be able to give you the assist. I wasn't able to call it, but a good solid play from behind the goal line. Edwards all alone in front of the net, so Bears a little bit soft on their defensive end coverage there. Solid play here. Dobas going back, covers to the front of the net. Good work by the Bears in that corner. That's DeMauro. Coming down the right-hand side, that's Cannell looking to try to get that out in front. Again, Castleton has been very, very solid inside their own end. Not a lot of room, not a lot of opportunities. Bears have not been able to generate much sustained offense as of this point in the game. Good play here. We'll get a partial change by Castleton here with 8:28 to go. They've jumped on the score sheet first. This is their second game of the season. They played, I believe last week they played a Czech University team here. I'm not sure what the outcome of that was. Good solid breakout play. McCandless coming down the right-hand side. That's poke checked away from him. Good solid play there by number 24. That's Cedric Theodore. Good stick work there on the blue line by the Potsdam defender. Had to regroup. Pressure there by Priestley. Excuse me, Presley, that is. Puck in the corner, out in the slot. O'Brien with a good quick shot up and away over top of the net. O'Brien found himself in the high slot with a clear shot. Pretty good positioning by the goaltender from Castleton. Not a lot to shoot at, but nonetheless, it did not find anywhere near the net there. Directed out of play. Face off to the left of the goaltender. Kept in. Face off win. Campbell had it. Will lose it. On the line. Puck coming out of the zone here, kind of back and forth attempt to keep in there by Rocco Siri. Peyton Felix on the face-off for the Bears here. O'Brien out there along with Kilmurray. Peyton Felix, we've called his name before. Love the way he skates. A very strong, powerful skater here. Good physical play below us here. Siri gets up into it. Blanchard will move it back to Campbell. Campbell will advance it. Couldn't get it onto the stick of O'Brien. Played nicely by Ciampi. Out in front, good defensive coverage there by Blanchard in the slot area. He goes off into the corner. Kilmurray with it, looks to clear. He will. This will get waved off. Bears will get a change. Out comes McCabe. That's Garrett McCabe. Again, we mentioned he's from London, Ontario. Good, solid hockey player for the Bears. Like the way he plays his game here. Number 20 coming in on that. That's Gubbins. No real set lines as of yet. A lot of players getting a lot of playing time here. So excuse the delay at times in calling the correct names. Back out in front. Good play there. Number 11 for the Bears, Salas. I know that he has been impressive in the training camp. Coach Grace likes the way he plays. Solid play there. Just missing on the far side was the shot from McCarty. 6'1", 170. Good solid player. Good length there. Wide ice play. Tomorrow we'll have it. Move it up to the blue line. Coming in on the attack now. Quick shot. Deflected wide. Off to the side. Bad angle shot. Shot. Great save. Beautiful pass out in front to Vivero. He got a one-timer off and away, and Ciampi really had to be on his skates to make that save. Coming across the crease area. Good solid save there by the young goaltender. Face-off will be to his left. Matthew Perrant on the face-off for the Bears here. 4:55 to go in the first period. Castleton with a 1-0 lead. Perrant out there, I would assume, with Clanow and Canal. That line has been intact for most of the afternoon here. Good turnover behind the Bears. Net. Good save by Ciampi again. He's been very solid here in the early going. Bears will have control of the puck. Perrant comes down the left-hand side, moves it across into the slot area. Good shot, just a bit wide. 2-on-1 developing. Shot and a save. Good defensive play there and good angle by the goaltender for the Bears on that offensive opportunity coming in here. That was Jackson Edwards. He's got a goal here this afternoon. Ciampi played it perfectly. The defender played the passer, and the save was made. Not really much to shoot at. Good angle by the goaltender Luciano Ciampi, the sophomore from Hilton, New York. Pass out to the breakout play. There's that door that will give the crazy bounces. We'll see that all throughout the whole year. Coming through the neutral zone here. That's Hall with it. He's been quiet here this afternoon. Should be one of the top players on the Bears lineup. Offside call. We're talking about Jacob Hall. He's a 6'2" junior from Anchorage, Alaska. Really like the way he plays the game. Hasn't had many touches here this afternoon. Watson is out there with him on that line, along with McCandless. Puck comes up the sidewall. McCandless couldn't handle that. Turnover in the slot. Back to the point now. That's Gaprich with it. Shot high, deflected high. 19 has it now. That's Alla. Back to the point, not being handled clearly. Now you can see the rust of the early part of the season here for both clubs. Bears maybe a little fatigued after last night's contest, but a scrum in the corner right by the Zamboni door. 3:21 to go in the first period. Castleton will lead it 1-0. Good play in the corner. Scrum happening. Loose puck picked up by Castleton. Checked by the Bears. Only one hand. Turnover at the blue line. Watson couldn't get a handle on it. Ciampi will try to move it around the side himself. Might have thought to better hold on to that puck there on the forecheck. Bears will try to get it out. Not much confidence there in handling the puck. Just tried to chip it by Jacob Hall. Had more time than he thought. Bears will throw it down the ice, and that's going to be an icing call here by the Bears. As again, early in the year, a little rust showing and probably a little fatigue coming off that game last night against Canton. Long shift for this club, so we'll be careful to see how the Bears play this, leaning on their legs at this early part. But again, long shift by this group. In the corner, good look by Castleton to find the open man. Went by his stick and all the way to the offside. To the weak side, I should say. Good positioning here by the Bears defensively. Good hard work. Both teams having trouble coming up with the puck. It will go along to the weak side. Good play there. Deflection in front. Ciampi again. Number 22, Belomo, with that deflection out front. That's going to be an icing call again against the Bears. 2:06 to go in the period. This has been probably better than almost a 2-minute shift for this unit. I would be trying to see if my skates were loose or adjust my equipment to get another couple of seconds of break here. Watson takes the defender off the line. Again, good positioning by Watson. Made a nice play defensively. He's able to get off the ice. Will O'Brien unit will come onto the ice. Whistle. Face off inside the Castleton Spartans zone. Now they're going to bring it outside. I think it ended up in the back of the net. So it was dumped in. So that face off will end up here, 1:47 to go. Face off win by the Bears. They would have the majority of the wins. A little careless on some of these passes. Coming down the left-hand side. You're going to dump that in, give it a little bit of a chase. Not a bad idea here late in the period. I'm sure fatigue is definitely a factor. Hand pass. Blown down, 1:28 to go. Face-off will remain in the neutral zone here. Jackson Edwards would get the go-ahead marker here for Castleton. 1-0 lead in this first period of this exhibition contest on a Saturday afternoon in Potsdam, New York. Good play by Ciampi there. I'm telling you, got out. He's a good skater, that young man. Gets out, makes a good play, prevents the wraparound. Made it up to the weak side. Another shot. There's a deflection. He'll hold on to this one. Siri will get in and clean up a little bit of an action there. Didn't like what he saw in front of Ciampi. I'm not sure there was much danger there of any activity, but Siri came in and thought he would make sure that that's not a good place to stand right in front of our goaltender. A little bit of a back and forth. I'm not sure. I don't know if we're going to have a call here. Referee is in the position to make a call. It's going to be Rocco Siri going off for sure, and that may be the only call. I think he got that right, actually. No, he's going to take two. So Siri will go into the penalty box along with Emmett McCarty. McCarty from Vancouver, BC. Rocco Siri from the Chicago area. So we got a little 4-on-4 action going here for 1 minute and 1 second. So that will carry over into the second period. Castleton on top on that Edwards goal. Good solid work there by number 27 for them. That's Edwards. He's a nice hockey player. A little bit of a turnover there. It was Salas that lost an edge. Good play, nice play there. Good drop back pass. Good look. Gubbins made that play. Salas comes in with it. He's looking for a play in the slot area. It wasn't going to be. Blanchard out there. That could have been a call. No call there. Coming up, though, that's going to be Dugard Wood with it. Dishes it off. Looking for a nice save. Beautiful save there by Watson. Leg pad. Dugard back into the play. That was an identifiable 2-on-1. Ciampi had to get the glove on it as well. So a good solid period here for both teams. I would probably have to give the better of the play here to Castleton, but not by a lot. And I guess the score will indicate the quality of this game.
You want to do an intermission interview with Ed Cini? Casey called me. He asked if you wanted.
Well, sure. I could bring Ed Cini over if he wants to come over and have a chat.
We only have the one headset.
Oh, well, we can make that work if we have to. So I am going to have an opportunity to have Coach Cini come over either this period or next. It doesn't make any difference. It doesn't matter. So whatever works for them. So we're going to, at this break, we have the goal by Jackson Edwards as the difference in the game right now. It is 1-0 by Castleton. We're going to have Coach Cini join us at some point in time. Maybe right now. By the time he gets here, it'll probably be the start of the period. But that's good. I'm just going to step away here for just a second before Coach Cini comes over. So stay with us. And I was just going to check on some of this, just see if we had an assist on that goal. I don't know if they marked an assist on that. I got the goal scorer, but I didn't get the assist.
27 from 23.
Okay, so 23 will have that assist. That's going to be Jack Linton who will get the assist on that goal. Well, we're going to stay right here because I see Coach Ed Cini coming over. Coach Cini coached here for, I believe it was 14 years before leaving on to go over and coach at St. Anselm's. And had quite a solid career over there as well. He's just recently retired from hockey, but did a lot of great things here. And as I as I talked to Coach Cini, I talked to him a little bit earlier in the day, but I didn't have a chance to spend much time with him. So, Coach, we're going to have a little bit of a chat here. And as it goes, we'll both talk into this.
That's fine.
If we can. So, as I was saying, Coach Cini was here for, what, 14 years?
14 years.
14 years before going off to St. Anselm's for
15.
For 15 years, and then staying in the hockey game for a good long time, just retiring.
44 years.
44 years. But not only did he have the winningest season here, a 20-plus win season, I believe.
Right.
He also owns the only championship in our school history, and that's what we're celebrating today. So tell us a little bit about that year, that season.
Well, it was, it always came down to us, Plattsburgh and Oswego back then. Those are like and a lot of people don't remember it. Only 4 teams made it back then, and only 8 teams went to the national tournament. Now it's it's switched a lot. But I think the key to that, the last season that we won it, was that our team was very comfortable and the game was uncomfortable. We got, we kind of learned how to win. The year before that, we beat Elmira. We had some big wins in there. So, now we knew we belonged, and it was them. And then the key was getting the real good goaltending, as you know. That really solidified our team that year. We got Dragon. Then, of course, our top line was as good as anybody's in the country.
Well, I tell you, you had a number of just top players on that, not the least to say is Steve Naughton.
Yeah, and Notter's here tonight. And, he's just the best thing about Steve Naughton. He's a great person, and he's not. He doesn't walk around like he's Mr. Big, and everybody respected his game. Even the opponents knew how good he was.
Was that his senior year?
His senior year was 2 years late. He was a sophomore the year we won.
Yeah. Well, I was talking about the one game that I recall Steve Naughton playing in when we played Plattsburgh here, and I think he had 5 goals.
6.
He had 6 goals in that game, and I swear he could have had 12.
Right. And I was scared to put him out near the end because they were gonna, they were gonna hurt him.
He was in another level, and he had that other level that very few hockey players have.
Yeah. I don't know if you remember that. The first captain's practice we had when he was a freshman, you watched it, and you asked me who he was, and I said to you, I don't know. I never saw Steve play. And people go, how do you get one of the best player in the history of the program? I said, well, we got one of our players, Pat Bowler, who played with him. They're both from New York City, both from Queens.
Right.
And, sometimes good fortune falls on you. When you get a player like that.
Well, I tell you, you have good fortune, and I had good fortune when the Marcoux were here.
Right.
Denny Marcoux. I took a call in my office, and they thought they were calling Clarkson.
Hey, it's how it works, but after 30 years, it's just amazing. Some of the, we were talking stories today, and most of it wasn't about hockey. It was about, families, stuff off, when they were young, what they did here on campus, the foolishness, and your name was brought up, bailing them out of stuff over at housing. But it's in the facility.
It wasn't Darren McLean, was it? But
yeah,
it was Darren McLean.
Yes,
so tell me who's here.
Notter, McLean, Machinsky, Chaser's here. We had a couple guys that played a couple years before that. Steve Hudak came back.
Yeah, Sean Putnam, of course.
Putter's here. Josh Purcell.
Yeah.
Local. And another guy, Brian McGuire, came back. He played in 94, 95. And, so it's a good group of guys.
Do we ever hear, who was the big left winger? I loved him.
Mike Peters.
Yeah. The big guy, Clydesdale. He could carry people up and down that left wing, I'm telling you.
He was supposed to be coming back, but he had issues. Something happened at home where he couldn't get away, now with family. And that's the thing you're at now. Those guys are most of them are in their 50s. It's kind of scary thinking time's gone that fast.
Tell us about it, right, Coach. I mean, we're both a little thin up top.
Well, I'm past thin, so.
No, and so that in that 14 years, obviously, those first couple of years, you had to get your players in here, the kind that played the kind of game that you wanted. But even transitioning over, we had a Jimmy Powers, we had Sean Provo, some of those guys that could play pretty decently, and Robbie Broderick and whatnot.
Yeah.
And then, but really, when you started to turn it over, you got all those wins, and that 20-win season was a hell of a season too.
Yeah, it's you always hear this thing about buy-in and this culture and things, but you can't get anything accomplished unless you're in it together. And our guys actually liked each other, and they battled their practice, but they were mature enough to separate it. And it was fun to watch them. I kept telling my assistant Keith Clark, guys, when we that Oswego game to get to the finals, and we won in triple overtime of a mini game. I said, Clark, I think, and then Plattsburgh were over there in mini games. I go, we're destined to win this thing. And he kept saying, it's just, there's nothing as a coach. You just in those overtime mini games and stuff, you're just throwing out your best guys. And
wasn't that Oswego game? George took his timeout home with him.
No, that was a couple years after that. This was when Donnie Younger's last game.
Oh, the Donnie Younger was there.
They went up. They tied the game at 4, but we had to win it in regulation.
Yeah.
And we pulled the goalie, and Pete Chandler got the. Nodder carried it, and Chandler, and then Tony got the winner in triple.
So that playoff in in Plattsburgh was two-game
mini game.
Two-game mini game, right?
Yeah. And we won the mini game.
And the winner, Brown, was that the guy?
Andy Schofield.
Andy Schofield got the winner.
Freshman, and I never saw him. That was his only year. He played as a freshman. He left school after that. Yeah. Pretty good goal, though.
Yeah. I'll tell you. Well, Coach, it's great seeing you, and glad you could make it back. I heard that they were coming, but I didn't know you were going to be able to make it.
No, I didn't think I was going to. I was in Maine last night for a comic show my daughter got us for our anniversary, for my wife's birthday, and then I said my wife Sandy, I said, hey, I got nothing. I'm going to drive up, so I drove up, and I'm glad I did.
Well, great to see you. We'll shoot the breeze here in a little bit.
All right, good luck. Thanks very much.
All right, take care.
We'll be back in just about 5 minutes for the call of the second period.
him here and that 95. New York, beautiful day in the North Country here. A little bit past peak in our colors, but still some colors around the North Country. And so it's good to see things unfolding. It's always great to be the start of the hockey season. We'll be back with you next weekend with the opening of the women's hockey team against Alvernia. I think the Bears hockey, we'll talk about this later. The men are going to be on the road, I think, for the first 5 games of the season. So we're not going to see them for a little bit, but we'll bring you up to date on their schedule. But we will be on the Bearcast next week with the women's hockey program, and that will also be on the radio as well. So we're going to start in 4-on-4 hockey here for the next 59 seconds, and we have the dropping of the puck. That's going to be dumped in there. Heavy hit on Hohen. A little bit of a step in his giddy up here on the start of this period. Kicked out into the neutral zone. It's going to be Dugart Wood with it. He dumps it in over, looking for a pass across the slot area. Coming down, number 21, that's David Coyle. Takes a shot wide. Kicked another shot away. Bears will skate it up through the neutral zone, looking for the breakout pass. Not there. Bears will get, Hohen will get a partial change. This is the long change period here, as the Bears will be defending the goal to my right. That's down the far end, as we talked about before. Here comes good solid play here. The Bears are coming in. Matthew Perron with it. Pass out in front and fanned on the pass and didn't get the shot away either. Salas was in on that partial 3-on-1, and the Bears could not execute the completion of that offensive opportunity here. Play is kept in there. That was Chakrabarty who kept the puck in the corner. At the blue line, I should say. Bears will break it out. Perron again through the neutral zone. He'll backhand that in deep. He'll probably look to get a change after the play is completed, and he will, coming off the ice now. Presley with it, looking for the breakout pass, sees it, coming up the middle. McCandless with it, coming down the right-hand side. He'll go in. Good solid check, a heavy hit, and he is down, and that is not a good play. The referee will blow the play dead. McCandless got a heavy hit there, all legal as it is. Looking over there, I think that was 39, Brodich from Stittsville, Ontario, played for the Pickering Panthers. That was a heavy hit. I'm not sure what that is, whether it's a shoulder or not, but Jacob McCandless is coming off the ice here. We can barely need to lose him. Watson will come out. Faceoff will come out into the neutral zone right below me. Jacob Hall, Watson, and Hohen now. New line combination. Watson with it, looking up front. There's a redirect in front. Good play again in the corner. Active stick there. Out in front again. Bears with a little bit more pressure than they've had here in the second half of that first period. Good defensive play there by Cole Bowditch. Back to the point. Puck is kind of flopping around here. Bears have got to make a little bit better passes with the puck. Some of these passes have been a little hard to handle. Reversing behind the net. Redirect out in front. Indirect pass, I guess I should say. It's what I meant. Shot off the short side on the wrap-around attempt. Good pressure now in the corner with it. Back to the point. That's kept in at the point by Sam Knight. Bears have it. Watson giving chase, not able to catch up with it. Into the corner now. Good play. Turnover behind the net. loose play with the puck by the Bears defense, forcing Ciampi to make those saves. He's been sharp here this afternoon. Very quick with the pads, good solid skater, good balance. A little bit sloppy here in this game. Again, you would expect this. The only special team kind of play we've seen so far has been the 4-on-4 play. That's a shot. That was a zipper that beat Ciampi high and wide. That is going to be Tyler Burke who will get that goal. That would come at the 13:44-45 mark of this first period. Excuse me, 3:45 mark of the second period. Even strength goal. Bears down by 2. You know, the Bears are going to have to find a way to get goals in. They were not a high-scoring club last year. The Bears ended up with 8 wins on the season and made it to the playoffs, but goals came at a really hard premium throughout most of the season. Played very, very solid throughout the year, but just had a hard time scoring goals. Michael Campbell going back there. Kilmurray with it. He's got a head of steam. He's going to take some ice, go wide, stopped at the blue line by the Castleton defense. Offside call here. The face-off will come outside the zone. That's 15:30 remaining in this second period. The Castleton State Spartans are up by 2 now. Second goal scored by Tyler Burke. We'll wait to see what the assist was. Jackson Edwards had the first goal, and that was from Linden on the assist. McCabe has it, pinched up in the neutral zone. Good play, but McCabe will get it back. Gubbins was able to get the puck and get it to McCabe. Puck is gathered by the Bears, but exceptional defense by Castleton in this period. Shot from deep in the zone. That was steered away. Bears will come up with it, tried to shuffle it off. In the net now. Looking down here. Can't be sure of the goaltender. 31 on the sheet that I have has listed as a forward, so we're going to be referring to the goaltender for Castleton State as the goaltender. I don't think it's Watson, but anyway. Good speed through the neutral zone here. Shot coming from, that is Chakrabarty. Bears will get it up. Pinching in. Very aggressive forecheck here by Castleton State Spartans. They are pinching their D, giving the Bears trouble on the breakout. Wide wing pass. Not able to be handled. Puck is dumped in. It's going to be stopped by... still there is Ciampi. I would expect we're going to see a goaltending change probably at about the 10-minute mark. Back to the point. Shot from the point is deflected wide. That was a quick shot by Cole Matthews. Coming here, Matthews has it. Now Meister was interesting why that was not offsides, but Planow has it. Shot wide. We got an interference call here now on the Bears, so we will see our first power play of the game. Opportunity to see the penalty kill and the power play here. Certainly the penalty kill for the Bears. That's number 22 for the Bears that's going off. That is Krasnyorov, the freshman. I dare say that neither one of these teams have had an opportunity to spend much time on special teams, so we're going to be relying on what's been understood from years gone by. This is the first game under the new coach at Potsdam, this exhibition game. He came in late in the season. I'm talking about Coach Mike Grace, and is going to have to get to know these players. He did not see these players at all. Good shot, good save by Ciampi. So he's, the learning curve is going to be very significant here going forward. So he's going to have to understand what type of system he's going to be able to play given the talent that he has here. Right now, just relying on hard work. Good defensive play by Siri. Kept that puck from going into the goaltender's area, but it was deflected in the slot area. A little scrambly right now. Bears may look to get a change. Cannell will come off the ice. On comes Felix. 2-on-1 developing. Good solid play, and that's a power play marker there. Going to try to get the numbers. That's going to be number 16 who will get the marker. Who will get that goal. I think the pass would come from 29. So that's going to be Chakrabarty who will get the goal. We will confirm the assist later on. That's a power play marker. Here with 12:14 to go in this second period. Castleton State with 2 goals. Don't believe Castleton played last night. The Bears did. Bears had a win over at Canton, albeit the exhibition. You never really characterize it as a win because you're trying everybody on your roster here. So again, talking about the learning curve for Coach Grace and the players here, getting used to each's system, what kind of a system the coach is going to want to play, and what kind of players you're going to have to try to formulate a system. So again, the learning curve is pretty solid here. Moving forward, I look forward to great progress as each game progresses and each day progresses here. Shot. A good heavy shot from the slot area. That's Watson who had the good quick release. High in the slot. Good breakout play here as that is close to being offsides. I think that they held on to that. 11:16 to go in the period. I would suspect that we'd see a goaltending change here. Play by Hall. Jacob gets it into the corner. Looking out in front. Dugar Wood had peached in from the corner from his defensive position. Good solid play. Wide wing pass. Ciampi poke checks it away. Old school there. Came way out of his net to poke check it away. Garrett McCabe comes down the left-hand side. Drop pass. Gubbins looks for it. He shoots it wide. Puck kept in at the point. Going to find Gubbins on the far side now as he will try to keep it deep. Good solid forecheck here. A little bit more sustained pressure than we've seen. A good nice outlet pass here by Castleton as they come down the ice. Very questionable icing call there as they identified what would have been the race to the puck in favor of Potsdam. Actually, I think that's going to come to the neutral zone here. Referees did miss that call, so they got it right, and they're going to correct it and put it as a neutral zone face-off. 10:31 to go here. I wouldn't be surprised that the next whistle we'll see a change of goaltenders. Wanting to give everybody, Lenny Pierno would come in if he's able. And if the coach wants to do it that way, may play 2 periods with Chompy, maybe not. We'll see. Through the neutral zone, Garrett McCabe touches the puck. Blanchard, a little bit of a check here in the neutral zone, heavy check. Blanchard with it, looking for a fire ice pass, nobody home. Heavy play in the neutral zone. Owen with it. Being checked off the play there. Good solid play by Matthews. One-on-one, shot wide, kept in at the point now by Karasnadov. Oh, puck is going to be knocked away. Pinching in from the middle part, the Potsdam defense could not keep. Oh, now Meister and Hohen get a little bit mixed up, a little bit of an errant pass there, lack of communication. Good solid play. That is 29 behind the puck. That's Castino. Puck is dumped in now. Michael Campbell with it. Rocco Siri with it. Almost tapped in, skated in front of his net. The forechecker by Castleton actually got a hit on Campbell's stick. Chompy had to make the save. 8:22 to go here in this second period. 3-0 lead by Castleton. 2 goals in this period, 1 a power play marker. Puck is knocked down in the neutral zone. Castleton with a good solid play. Bears will have it. Numbers are coming back by Castleton. There's a mix-up there. That was unintentional as the goaltender went into, as the player went into the goaltender. It was unintentional. However, I understand that the Castleton is going to take exception to that. Goaltender took a very, very heavy hit here. I hope he's all right and able to continue. It looks like he is. I don't know if there's going to... Lenny Perno is coming in now, as we suspected, getting half the game. I wonder if there's going to be a call. I think there is. That's unfortunate there. You got to protect your goaltender and keep your body under control. So it's going to be going in for the Bears is going to be Krasnoyarov. That's his second penalty of the game. Power play marker. Klanow has it on the shorthanded attempt. Gathered in there. That was gathered in there by number 21 for the Bears. Excuse me, for the Castleton team. That was Coyle. We have a penalty now on Castleton, so we'll be seeing 4-on-4 hockey here for the next minute 40 seconds. Then a brief power play. Face-off is going to be to the left of goaltender. I'm not sure who it is, honestly. We don't have a shirt with 31 as a goaltender. So, sorry folks at Castleton. The shirt bearing number 31 is slated as a forward. Now it's going to be an interference call. Bears are going to have a 4-on-3 power play. That's going to be Daprich going off on the interference call, or tripping, whatever you want to call it. 7:48 to go in this second period. Bears are going to send out Hall and Hohen up front with Campbell and Malmeister. Malmeister will shoot the puck high and wide, had an opportunity, 4-on-3. This is a nice power play if you can get it working, moving the puck around quickly. A little bit of movement through the zone. Campbell with it, looking off to the side. Fanned on the shot was Hohen. Out in front with it, looking to come around with it is Malmeister, handling the puck out in front, blind pass on the backhand, and they're going to be able to clear the puck down. Lenny Pierno will handle it now, the new goaltender for the Bears. Malmeister takes the line, looking to set up, taking more ice as he tries to collapse in, get the puck movement with it now. Again, special teams, an issue here early on. Campbell with it, moves it over. Good puck movement by the Bears. Good triangle movement by Castleton on the kill. We're going to have good solid work here by Castleton to get down the ice. Pierno went out and got it and tried a good breakaway pass. It was intercepted at the offensive blue line, but a good heads-up play by the defender. Actually tried to shoot the puck down the ice into the net where Pierno had vacated to get the puck. He didn't get a lot on it here. So the faceoff will be in the neutral zone again. Going to be a two-man advantage here in a little bit. And that will be a 39-second two-man advantage. Watson comes out. Bears have it. Offsides. Watson will pick it up again. 28 seconds to go in the two-man advantage. Poke check. Good stick work by Castleton. Got that puck away. We got a breakaway coming here. This is going to be a 2-on-0 coming down on Pierno. Backhand pass up on the glove side by 29. That was Castino with a beauty. That is a short-handed goal. Will get that unassisted. That was a 2-on-0. 5:59 to go here as they have really kind of opened this up. Shorthander is a killer. Face off in the neutral zone here as we regroup after that shorthanded goal. 11 seconds to go in the man advantage. They tried an icing play and that hit the back of a player. Bears just looking a little bit disheveled here as they are not quite sure what they are trying to accomplish, I think, and that is to be expected. A couple of opportunities there on the 4-on-3 and then a 5-on-3, and I don't believe they got a shot on goal in either one of those circumstances. Good active sticks by Castleton in the neutrals in their defensive end has really given a problem for the Bears to formulate any sustained goaltending opportunities. Shot on goal went off the side of Lenny Pierno. That's going to be an icing call there. I'm not sure why that wasn't. The goaltender actually played the puck. I don't know what happened there either. The goaltender actually played the puck behind the goal line. I think he just went out awkwardly. Just kind of fell on his own. Yeah. My eyes had gone with the puck. I didn't see exactly what happened, so he
barely crossed the avenue.
Oh, so he was. There was contact. Okay. So the face-off will be out in the neutral zone. 4:57 to go here. Bears having, given up 3 goals in this period. Burke, Chakrabarti, and Castino. Shot and a save. Face-off inside the Castleton zone. Castleton, in the preseason polls in their league, is picked to finish 6th. That's a good, tough league over there with Norwich and UMass Boston and a number of other clubs that play in that league. We'll rattle those off in a little bit for you, but they certainly have come here to play this afternoon. Again, good heavy hit by Campbell at the blue line. Again, this may be the showing a little bit of a physical and mental wear for. I'm not sure why they're not calling these icing calls, but Malmeister now with a breakaway, coming in all by himself, looking for a shot. That's going to go in. That's Malmeister. Ryan Malmeister, the senior, gets that breakaway pass in the neutral zone, and the Bears get on the scoreboard here with 4:03 to go in the second period. Good quick shot away by Ryan Malmeister. He's got to be on his game. He's a senior from Massapequa, New York, played for the PAL Junior Islanders, and he can snipe it when he wants to. There's no doubt about it, and he showed it right there. No mistake on that shot, and the Bears are on the goal. Nice outlet passes. I'll tell you, Castleton has done a nice job not only defending without the puck inside their defensive end, but also making very heads-up plays in their own end. Plays oftentimes on the breakout, not using the wall at all. Not all the time, that is. Sometimes just passing it into the slot area to the center in front of the net to get that clean breakout. So they've done a nice job on their breakouts here tonight. Owen down the left-hand side. Cannell in there as well. He's kind of tapped from behind, got his edge down again. We have a player down again. My eyes had left me. That's number 24 for the Bears, who's down. Malmeister is down. I didn't see what happened there. I'm looking for some help on that. That happened. The play was that was behind the play, and I'm not exactly sure what that is. He might have got his bell rung a little bit. Seems to be shaking the cobwebs away just a little bit. He's a little wobbly coming off. That's going to be number 16 who goes off on that hit. That's Chakrabarti. Power play for the Bears here. They've had a couple recently partial power plays in this period. Nothing to show for it just yet. Watson will dump it in the corner. Bears will try to get control of it. It's kept in at the blue line. Watson goes through the seam, back to the Dugart Wood. Down below at the goal line. Dugart Wood has it now, walking it across the blue line. Coming across the top is Watson with a quick shot away. Didn't get a lot on that, but the save still had to be made. Clanow is out there with Matthew Perron, along with Watson. Dugart Wood and Walsh on the point. Face off to the left of the Castleton goaltender, number 31, who on my program is a forward. Perron. Dugar-Wood with it now, coming to the middle on the blue line. Moving it down low. Setting up into an overload. Coming back to the middle. Looking for a pass. That's got to be a shot there, I believe. Coming down to the corner. Watson with it now. Back to the point. Coming over. Perron. Got to get that through. Let's get some shots there, boys. There's a shot. Yay! Shoot the puck, it goes in. That's a power play marker. Bears will get that, and that's going to be Jeremy Cannell who will get that power play marker. That comes with 1:47 to go in the period. Malmeister had the goal, that even strength goal that broke the ice. Power play marker now by Jeremy Cannell makes this a 2-goal game. Malmeister had gone down. I hope he's not the worse for the wear as it, but he looked a little wobbly coming off the ice there. That created the call against Castleton. Back to the point now. Coming in, shot on goal. That's going to be a hockey game here. Quick goals here by the Bears have made this a 1-goal. Game. 4-3. Castleton with the lead. A little bit of activity going here between Max Klanow and number 21, who is David Coyle. A little bit of a mix-up here. Bears and Castleton are not wanting to play nicely here. So Klanow is going to go off at this stage of the game. I'm not sure if there's going to be another call or not. As it stands right now, it's going to be Klanow only. Ill-advised penalty there. Klanow and Coyle had been having a discussion prior to it. Activity carried over, and so it was Klanow who ends up getting the call. Power play set up. Back to the top of the umbrella, if you will. Shot from the point. Bears will clear, and the Bears will get a change of Killers Hall. Kilmurray will come out on the forwards. Kilmurray with the pinch. A lot more energy here and a little more giddy up in the step of the Bears here on this penalty kill. 46 seconds to go in this man advantage for Castleton State. Moving the puck around the blue line back to the top of the face-off. Back to the top of the umbrella. In the slot area, loose puck. Bears get it, can't clear. Bears get it again, can't clear. Now they get it off the ice. That's going to be a nice clear there by Michael Campbell. He's off the ice. 18 seconds to go in the period. Bears got to be careful here, as the puck, that should have been an offside call, in my opinion. Bears will clear into the zone, high and away. So face-off will remain inside the Bears zone. Important defensive end face-off here with 7.3 seconds to go. Bears want to have your top face-off person out there if you can. That's a shot on goal. Face-off for the Bears is Peyton Felix. And also out there is Nestor Heisey for the Castleton State Spartans. Felix will get tossed. In will come O'Brien. Referee blows the whistle. Bad face-off drop. Two quick goals have put the Bears back in this. It's a 4-3 contest right now in favor of Castleton. Should have the clock was moving, should move that back by a couple of seconds. The clock should be at 7.3, I believe. 7.4 or 4 seconds. So it should be, well, really? Exhibition game? They're going to put maybe 1/10 of a second back on the clock. Not sure. Anyway, we're at it here in Maxey Hall on this Saturday evening now. 5 o'clock start for that game. 4.9 seconds to go. 1 second went back on the clock, I guess, yes. And that's going to do it for the second period. 3 goals by the Bears in that period. 2 came rather quickly and late in the period after the Castleton State Spartans had scored 3 on their own, beginning at the 3:45 mark of that second period. It would be Burke who would get that goal. That was an even strength goal. Then Chakrabarti would get a power play marker, and Castino would get a shorthanded goal to stretch that to a 4-0 lead. But then the Bears would come back at it. Ryan Mollemeister would get a breakaway and come in and be able to bury that to get the Bears on the board. Then it was Jeremy Cannell with a power play marker to get the Bears to within 2. Then Rocco Siri would get the puck back at the point, take a couple of strides into the top of the face-off circle and rip the shot into the net to give the Bears their 3 goals in that period. Good solid comeback. The Bears had been a little bit lackluster. The solid play by the Castleton State Spartans inside their defensive end in particular has been the difference in the game. A little bit sloppy towards the end, but good solid defensive play and good thoughtful breakouts have been the order of the day and how they've been able to proceed here with getting the game into their favor. But the Bears have come back, and now it's a 1-goal game. We're going to step away here for a little bit. I'll be back with some updates on schedules and what's going to be happening in Bears hockey here over the start of the next season. So we're going to see you here in just about, probably about 12 minutes. So join us then. And welcome back to Maxey Hall. We're just a couple of minutes away from the start of the third period. We have a 4-3 contest here between the Castleton State Spartans and the Potsdam Bears. Potsdam Bears with 3 quick goals to finish off that second period brought them to within 1. Castleton leading at 4-3 right now. But we were talking a little bit before about the Bears going on the road and will not be home here for the 5 games. So they played Canton last night, exhibition game, and we're going to call that a win over there. And a contest here this afternoon, 1 goal behind going into the third period. But they're going to be in Fredonia for 2 next weekend, followed up by at Elmira on November 7th, and at Nazareth on November 8th, and at Canton on November 14th. They'll be back here at home for their first home official league game against Hobart, defending national champions, on November 21st, followed up by perennial power Oswego. That'll be a very, very tough weekend. They'll also be having a very special game here on November 25th against Canton. That's going to be 11 a.m. start time. I believe all the schools in the area have been invited to come here for a holiday festival game here at 11 o'clock. That's going to be against SUNY Canton. They're going to finish up the first semester with games on December 5th and 6th at Cortland and Morrisville, respectively, before starting off the second semester at the Nichols tournament down in the greater Boston area. So not a lot of games here in Maxey Hall. 3, as a matter of fact, in terms of regular season in this first semester. So it's going to be an interesting contest as time has moved on for the Bears to, again, we were talking about finding their way here with a new coach and a new coach finding a new team as they try to find an identity going forward here. The Bears are going to start off this third period with a 35-second man advantage. We're going to wonder about, I'll keep my eye open here to see if Ryan Mulmeister comes out, and he was the first one out of the runway there, so good to see him back up. He took a hit and was down on the ice for quite some time. Seemed a bit wobbly as he got up, but the Bears are going to end up having his services back for this third period. Lenny Perno will be in the goal for the Bears. Luciano Ciampi had a nice start to his season. He played the first half of the game, and Perno was in. Remember, Perno was in his freshman year, was the freshman goaltender of the year. So this guy can really play, and we're looking forward to having him be the backstop of a successful campaign here. So we're going to start this third period off with Peyton Felix out there and O'Brien. Excuse me, I might have said the Bears had a power play. They're actually killing the penalty as the face-off was taken by by Castleton, and they had a tremendous opportunity there with number 21, David Coyle, just missing a start. Face-off opportunity. The Potsdam face-off situation, they did not mark their man off of the face-off in the neutral zone. You have to mark your man all the time on face-off opportunities here. Bears feeling pretty good about themselves as they brought this to a 1-goal game. So they're skating with good energy here as the Bears will take an icing call, I believe. I don't know why that wasn't, but nonetheless, we're back to even strength as the Bears will stop the play in just on top of the offensive zone. That's going to be an icing call now. Just 54 seconds to go gone in this third period. Face-off is going to be to the right of the goaltender, who is Josh Ward. That is their goaltender who played in 16 games last year. presumably their number one goaltender, but he's getting the third period play here now. The jerseys are corresponding with the positional play. Good solid hit in the neutral zone. There's going to be an interference call. You got to call that. I think that's a good solid call. The puck had gone long before the hit had taken place. It's going to be Michael Campbell, who doesn't agree with the call, going into the penalty box here. Face-off will be inside the Bears zone to the right of goaltender Pierno. It's going to be McCarty on the face-off for Castleton. Getting an equipment adjustment here. I think that was Kilmurray on the face-off. Shot from the point, knocked away by Pierno. Back to the point. That's Reed with it. Pierno out. Bears cleaning up business in front of the net there. They've got to be careful on that. Face-off is going to be to the left of Pierno. That's coiled in there on the face-off. Originally, the original Spartan got chased. Back here, looking for a shot. There was traffic in front. Big number 18, McCarty, was in there blocking the view of Pierno, but the shot went wide. 1:36 to go, and the man advantage here for Castleton. They have the 1-goal lead. Coming down, good clean shot and pass across the high slot area. Had a good open shot for number 8. That was Cam Reed, who had a good open play here. That went out of play. A little bit too much room there and too much time. You've got to be careful on that. I'm sure the coach will review the film and be able to see where some of these things need to be tightened up. Good forecheck there by the Bears, giving some problem on the breakout. That's Cannell giving a little tap to the pads. It comes up. They gain the zone. The puck passes Siri. That's going to be an icing call. That's going to come back into the zone. That's going to be to the right of a goaltender, Josh Ward. 6'4", 220. Big fella. Covers a lot of net. Face-off to his right. Clanal on the face-off for the Bears here. They've got 1:05 to go in the penalty kill. Solid work here by number 12. That was Mr. Hazy. Puck is cleared down the ice. .34 seconds to go. Good rush coming here. That's Jack Edwards. He had the first goal of the game. Shot. Gloved down by Pierno. Logan Daprich from Amherst, Mass. Transfer from Rivier University. Had that quick snapper away. Face-off remains in the Bears zone to the left of Lenny Pierno with 18 seconds to go in the advantage here for Castleton State. Had some shots, had some good passes. Scrum in the corner here, killing good time with the Bears. They get possession, comes back to the point. Give and go. Movement below the goal line now, out in front. That's knocked away by O'Brien, and the Bears will kill this off. We're back to even strength. No icing on the call. Ryan Mulmeister in looking for a loose puck, but that was played by the goaltender. Puck is going to go in. Pierno has it. He'll steer it back to the weak side. Shot just wide. Errant pass there by the Bears defense. Comes out in front. Puck wide, knocked away. Kuznoyov out there right now, freshman. I know high on the Bears coaching staff has been very high on the young freshman. Looking for a pass through, back to the point, poked away, pass across the high slot area to Castleton. They break out, shot, opportunity for a rebound was kicked away. Malmeister comes down looking for help. It's 1-on-4. He's looking for a pass across the slot area. Michael Campbell had come in from his defensive position. Shot in front. That's Siri pinching in, looking for a shot. That got steered away to the side. Puck dropped down low. Bears will force the issue. Hall coming in, looking for a hit. Out in front now, just steered to the side. That was Watson who got a stick on it. Watson will now pick it up here back across the ice to Campbell, who will dump it in. Campbell will come off. On comes Dugart Wood. Siri has it now, back to Dugart Wood. Puck is chipped out, not a lot on it. That's pinched up there. Dugart Wood makes the play. He's going to jump in the play, give chase to it. Turned over. Lucas Salas will now go back for it. That's an icing call. Puck left for the referee to get a full skate of the 197 all the way down to the other end. 14:21 to go in this third period. Castleton State leads it by 1. Blanchard will be on the face-off here, gets his players positioned where he wants them to be. Comes back to the, almost had it where he wanted it, got lost between his skates. Bears having trouble getting a hold of that puck in the defensive end. We talked about it. For the most part, it's been a very systematic breakout for Castleton State here. They've been very confident in what they've been trying to accomplish. A couple of good passes now as Gubbins will come down the ice with it. Out in front, Scott, and a goal by Dugart Wood will tie that game up. He came in from his defensive position. The goaltender could not find it. He thought it was underneath his pads, but he really could not find that goal, that puck, and it was just laying there. It seemed the defenders couldn't really get a handle on it as well, occupying other players there, but it was Dugart Wood who would come in from his defensive position and get a stick on it and tie this game at 4. Good hard work by the Bears, have scrapped themselves back in to this contest. It hasn't been the prettiest of games you'll ever see, but the effort has been sizable for the Bears here as they've continued to compete. Puck will come off the ice. That's going to be an icing call. And we'll have another offensive zone faceoff here with 13:17 to go in the third period. Game tied at 4. The Bears have scored 4 unanswered goals here as they have been a little bit opportunistic on some things, getting a hold of some loose pucks in the offensive zone. Owen with the face-off. It'll be Mulmeister who will get the puck and wisely dump it deep into the corner. Puck comes back to the point. Across now. Shot. That is gloved down by the goaltender, Josh Ward, 6'4", 220, senior from Ottawa. I'm sure he's got some family in the house here. Face off to the left of Ward. Puck comes back to the point. Shot, blind shot, steered towards the net. Actually kind of a blind pass. It was fortunate that Siri was able to grab a hold of that. Oh, we got a penalty call, a tripping call coming on the Bears. It's going to be Hohen going off. Mason Hohen. 6'2", 185 from Highland Ranch, Colorado. He's out for 2 minutes or less on that tripping call. Bears will get it, be able to clear. Melmeister come down. Oh, Felix has it. Coming down the right-hand side. Looks to make a move on that. But it'll be Will O'Brien who will give chase to it there. Bears adding a little bit of pressure. Peyton Felix trying to force the play there behind the zone. He's quick enough skater to get back into the play. Out in front, kick to the side. Defender has it. Good open. Oh, what a save by Lenny Pierno. Unbelievable save. Pass came from number 16, Shakta Barty. And I think it was number 21. I think David Coyle was off to the side. And Pierno had to go from one pipe to the other to make that save. There was nothing but open net there. My goodness, what a save. Shot again. Pierno really flashing the leather there. Coming across, getting into the position to make that save, albeit a pretty good snapper coming from the point. That was Cam Reed that had the shot, but a good quick glove there. My, what a save. Minute 15 to go in the man advantage here for Castleton State. Bears will have it and clear, at least down the ice. Thought it was going to be stopped into the neutral zone, but it trickled on by Reed. Reed has a head of steam. That's knocked away. Going to have to get back on sides, and they did, dumping it in. Puck stays to Dugart Wood. Out in front, possession by Castleton State. Gets it back to the point. Shot. Blocked, knocked down in the slot area by the Bears, and they will clear with 38 seconds to go in the penalty kill. Real energetic kill by the Bears here, and topped off by some outstanding goaltending here as gotten this thing penalty mostly killed. Still time for a good rush here as this puck is dumped in off the stanchion. Comes back to the point. That's Reed with it. Looking for a shot on goal from 15. That is Vivril. And a good quick save by Lenny Pierno. Flashing that leather again. Showing that form that we saw. Last year, senior John Werber came in and was just outstanding in his play and earned the majority of the playing time last year. Actually, was all conference as the goaltender last year, but it was Lenny Pierno's net the year before. Werber had to earn that, and I would suspect that it's Pierno's net this year. And he certainly shows that he deserves to play there with another great save on that shot from Logan Daprich. Good positional play, high inside the blue ice, and he will be there for that face-off that will be to his left. 2 seconds to go in the advantage here. Costino is chased from the face-off circle. Bears will dump it out, and that will do it for the penalty. Successful kill for the Bears there. Okay, high elbow by Malmeister. Lucky no call there. That's offsides. That was an offsides call. Malmeister comes down going after the puck, trying to make a move. Good play defensively by number 7. That's Daprich inside the Castleton State end. Puck goes wide across the blue line. Shot by Campbell right on net. Save made by the goaltender, Josh Ward. Puck in the corner. Now they come up the sidewall with it, looking for the breakout. Pinching in was Campbell, able to keep the puck in the zone. And puck was touched by a Castleton State bench occupant, so that play was blown dead, and it will come back into the Castleton State zone. 9:59 to go in the third period. Game tied at 4. Castleton State would be up by 1 without a remarkable save by Lenny Pierno on that power play attempt. Bears trying to, that's going to be a hand pass. Face-off will come out into the neutral zone. This Castleton State team is a good skating club. I feel that they will fare very nicely in their league. They are picked to be tied for 6th currently, but preseason polls don't mean anything. Number 10 is Tyler Burke is trying to get a little scrappy there with Jeremy Cannell. Burke from Vernon, BC, trying to scrap it up a little bit there. Good play by Dobus. Sednik Dobus from the Czech Republic. Back to the point now. Getting a little feisty here down below us. Sticks a little high. Matthew Perron right there. Pair of 18s having a little bit of a conversation. That's Perron along with Emmett McCarty. Vancouver, BC. Felix out there on the face-off for the Bears against McCarty. Nice face-off win by McCarty as he just poked it through Peyton Felix. Got to occupy that guy, Peyton. He slid right by. Face-off win by the Bears. They try the escape on the weak side. They're able to clear the zone. This is going to go all the way down. It's going to be an icing call. We have kind of slowed down to a crawl here over the last minute or so on the wristwatch. Not necessarily on the clock, as only a couple of seconds have clicked away. McCarty on that face-off again. He'll probably try that move. Nope, tries to pull it. Bears were able to get it off to the side. It does come back to the point. Castleton with the shot from the side. Out in front, good solid play by Peyton Felix. However, the Castleton State player did get a stick on it. Play is deflected out of play. Castleton State ended up with David Coyle would end up getting his stick on the puck, even though he was occupied pretty solidly by Peyton Felix. Face-off now continues to be in the Bears zone. McCarty will stay on that face-off. He's been pretty successful at it so far here in the last couple of minutes. Shot comes from the point. That's knocked down. Good, solid, nice play there. Nice look as Cole just sifted the puck off to the side, saw the center breaking through. Good solid look there by the young Cole. Landon Cole, he's from Raleigh, North Carolina. As a father that had some time in the NHL and played at Clarkson, Eric Cole, we know him, all-star player for many years. Icing call again, a little slow on that whistle. 8:08 to go. We're talking about, we'll be with you again next week as we open women's hockey here at Potsdam. Alvernia will be in to meet the Lady Bears. That'll be a 7 o'clock start on on Friday, and then a 3 o'clock start on Saturday afternoon. Bears will be on the road in Fredonia for 2. Bears coming down the ice, chipped it out. Good back check by Blanchard, was able to give him in the position to get that puck out. Good regroup, nice move. Bears will counter now, coming down the left-hand side. Nice breakout pass there. Good heads up, solid play. Defender, that's number 39 on the good play. That's Brodich, Cole Brodich, that stood up the Potsdam player. Good solid play here. Blanchard on the forcing the forecheck. Icing hands up. They got a tag up. Now we'll go in again. Good instincts there on the forecheck by the young Russian. Shot off to the side. Rebound was there for a minute. Malmeister in front. Good look. Nice pass there. Puck in the corner. Look down low, looking for a shot across the seam. Pinching in from the defense was DeMauro. Puck out in front. Here comes Hohen. Back. Hohen with a shot. Save by Ward. They down in the corner, looking for a play. Heavy hit into the corner there by the Castleton defender on the young player from Russia. That's Krasnyoyev. That's another hit hard from behind. There's been a lot of hits from behind here tonight on both sides. I'm not sure the referees are quite on their game just yet, but nonetheless. .5:33 to go in this exhibition game here. Nice solid pass coming across. Good puck movement there. Good defense play by Dugart Wood. Bears are breaking out. Cannell had his pass knocked away. Castleton will attempt to come in. Good heavy check in the corner by the Castleton team. I think it was Dugart Wood that was the recipient of that heavy check. Back to the point. Good move. Nice move there. That's Cam Reed with it. Out in front. Good defensive play, occupying the player in front of the net. Cleaning it up. Offside. Oh, off the pipe. Deflection by number 8. That was Cam Reed who got a stick on it. Bears will take some ice now as they're able to get the puck in. Matthew Perron tried to get it. Couldn't get it into the zone. Counterattack by the Castleton team, and they were able to get a good shot away. Bears looking a little ragged right now, tired I'm sure. Give and go to O'Brien. He wasn't able to handle it. Perron has it back to the defender, up to Campbell in the middle of the zone, and now to Presley. He dumps the puck in. It hits the official. Now the Bears are going to get caught in a change. They are able to get back at it. 4:07 to go here. Siri takes a hit as the puck is dumped into the corner. And that is going to be a call here. Not sure what the stoppage in play was there. 4 minutes exactly to go here. Face off to the right of Ward. It's going to be Peyton Felix on the draw. Castleton wins that face-off. D to D to break out. Up the side. They chip it out. Puck is kept going forward by the Bears. Campbell will have it now. Moves it up. Kilmurray will chip it in and give chase. O'Brien out there with Felix. Kilmurray turns it over. Castleton turns it over to Kilmurray. He has the puck there. Takes a heavy hit. Good hard work by this group. Peyton Felix has it. Kilmurray gets it again. Turned over, and now Castleton will on the counterattack come through. Puck is bouncing. That's going to be called on the offside. Castleton player, that's number 29. He could not settle the puck down. Castino and his partner was just half a stride ahead of him. So having trouble settling the puck down. And the face-off right below us here. 3:17 to go. Game tied at 4. Cole out there now, along with Watson and Hall. Reversing the puck in the corner. Nice little chip pass away. Bears want, they want to get that out, and they did. Watson had an opportunity. Good heavy hit there. Pay will dump down. That'll be an icing call, I do believe. You know, the early season mistakes that are being made, the defense got to have a little bit more patience with the puck. I think all the players here moving the puck quickly, oftentimes just to get rid of it. If you have a little bit more patience and you want to eye where the purposeful puck pass needs to be here. But these are things that will happen not only in the early year, but will also happen at fatigue, and I would bet that there is fatigue here. And that's a sniper. Short side goal there by number 8, Cam Reed. He's been a factor in this game. That was a beauty. Not typical of Pirno to have that one go by, especially on the short side. Beat him on the blocker. That's 2:48 to go here, and Castleton has taken the 1-goal lead. Short-sider, you'd like to have that one back. There's no doubt about that. Lots of jawing out there between Ryan Molmeister and number 16 for the Spartans. That is Jacques Rabarty. Going to keep an eye on things. 2:35 to go here. Face off in the offensive zone. 1-goal lead here by Castleton in this exhibition contest. Been an entertaining game here. Lots of learning to go on. We talked about that. But not only, you've got to learn your teammates, got to learn your systems, got to learn your coach. And there's lots of things that you're going to take away from these exhibition games. Campbell will have it. Be impressed by Castleton. He bumps it up the turnover inside the zone. Dangerous play going in front. Pass couldn't be handled by Malmeister. A minute 58 to go here. We'll watch the goaltender come out here if we can get a zone, get down into the offensive zone. Bears have it. Chipped it out. Campbell will get it now, try to take it and get it up towards the zone here. Puck handling hasn't been very crisp here by the Bears, especially by the defense, in my opinion. Puck will come back into the zone, minute 31 to go. As the Bears have Cannell with it, they'll try to take the zone. They will take the zone. Doesn't look like Pierno is coming out of the net. Now he does. Goaltender is out. Here comes Watson. They're killing time, minute 8 to go. Puck comes over to the point, kept in by Dugart Wood, pinched in, had to reach for it, out in front here, looking for a pass, knocked away. Here comes Blanchard, shot on goal, just tipped off to the side. Bears have it. The net is empty for the Bears. Dugart Wood will skate it over. Salas down to the corner. Got to get the puck over into the front of the net before it's turned over. There it is. Perron had it, fanned on it, kept away. 33 seconds to go. Cannell, Hohen is now in there. Malmeister on the ice. Puck is loose. Bears have control now. They'll move it back to the point. Watson with it. Got to get the puck into the scoring area. Here comes Salas. There comes that shot. Not able to get it through. 13 seconds to go. That will probably do it as the Bears got to run the full length of the ice. Maybe time for one more rush. Here comes Doba into the corner. Get it over to the net. That's going to do it here. And the exhibition contest is over here in Potsdam with Castleton, who will get away with a 5-4 victory. The Bears came back with a game effort as they were able to come back from 4-0, but it was a short-sighted goal by Cam Reed that was able to be the difference in the game here today. Physical contest, I thought, throughout. A little bit chippy at times, but in any event, the guys have got to really, I think, got to come along and have a little bit more patience with the puck and make a little bit more purposeful passes. I thought Castleton play a solid game here, but the Bears had a lot of energy after playing last night and coming out and giving a good game effort. To come back from 4-0 and to tie the game at 4, real good credit. I thought the goaltending was very solid for the Bears here today. Despite having 5 goals on them, I thought that they made some terrific saves and kept the Bears going at very, very crucial times. So that's going to be it here for me today in this outing. I think that we mentioned it, and we'll talk about it when the Bears come back home, hopefully with some wins. When we see them in about 3 weeks back here in Maxey Hall, we're going to see a different team. We're going to see a team that's had an opportunity to get people to get there, be aware of who they are, what they're doing, what the system the coach wants to have. Remembering that Coach Grace got in here late, and so it's going to be a real learning curve here for this young Bears team to be able to identify who they're going to be as the season wears on. So for John Horn, that's been a terrific opportunity to get my feet wet on this season, and I look forward to being with you as the season rolls on. So from Maxey Hall in Potsdam, New York, it's a 5-4 exhibition win for the Castleton Spartans. See you next week for the women's game. Please join us and follow us throughout this season. Have a good evening.